On the phone line with me right now, we've Kevin Meaney. He's the MD of IDF Marketing, and we're going to be talking about CueCommerce, and I'll just make sure everything is well. Kevin, can you hear me?
Shane, how are you? Thanks for having me on.
Not a bother at all, not a bother at all. It's cold enough today.
It is.
Kevin, we're talking briefly there about CueCommerce. That's all well and good for me. I'm sitting here and I have the press release in front of me, the whole lot. But for the listeners listening in, what is CueCommerce?
No problem, Shane. I'll explain it. Well, basically, our main company is IDF Marketing. So we're a digital marketing company based in Limerick in Dublin. But we've just launched a new product called CueCommerce. So CueCommerce specialises in e-commerce business, Irish e-commerce businesses. So what we do is we help Irish retailers to get from what we call bricks to clicks. So basically, Irish retailers that have stores, we help them get online and sell their products online. And that's the main purpose of CueCommerce.
We'll go into the technicality of it a little bit deeper on this one.
Sure.
Currently, we'll say a lot of stores, they're going online, they're using WordPress applications, widgets that go with it, they're going on, and a lot of them are using either PayPal or they used to use WorldPay at one stage. Is this something similar where they can install it on their website and they don't have to worry about the transactions and all that goes with it?
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. So what you mentioned there, WordPress, that's a platform that you build a website on.
Yeah.
So what we actually do is we don't reinvent the wheel. So we have 3 stages with CueCommerce. We develop, integrate, and deliver. So I mean, the first stage, we develop state-of-the-art e-commerce websites for our clients, and we use platforms such as Magento, you might have heard of, would be a very popular one.
Yeah.
But we use very reliable platforms for our clients. So once we build the website and have them set up online, we can then integrate their website into their accounting system. So the big problem for Irish retailers who have gone online is that they're selling lots and lots of orders every month, but they then have to take those orders and put them into their accounting software, such as Sage, for example, would be a popular accounting software. So what we do for Irish retailers is we connect their e-commerce website, we build their e-commerce website, we can then connect it directly to their accounting system. So it completely streamlines their business.
Well, I suppose, if you take a small business where someone is using Sage accountancy software, and we'll just say for argument's sake they're using CubeCart and they're selling products online, they can go online and they check their CubeCart, they see what orders are coming in, see what orders are going out, they get the addresses, the whole lot, and then they have to spend another hour transferring that information onto their, we say, Office computer Sage software package.
Exactly.
So what you're doing is you're cutting out that 2 or 3 hours spent every day going through everything and transferring the orders.
Absolutely. That's exactly it. And it in some cases, for Irish retailers and retailers globally, you can imagine as their business takes off online, the biggest problem they have is transferring that data. So it can be literally a full-time job for some retailers.
Yeah.
So we literally streamline their business and save them a lot of money and time in the process. And it's not just accounting software that we actually integrate their stores to. We can also integrate their e-commerce stores to their till systems, so their EPOS systems. So you can imagine if you own a retail store and you've got, for example, that you're selling clothing in your store. If somebody buys a jumper, for example, online, that jumper technically isn't on that shelf in the store anymore.
Right.
So that could be a problem for retailers, that if they sell online, that obviously affects their stock in the store.
Yes.
So we make sure that their e-commerce website is streamlined directly with their till systems also, so that their entire business is completely streamlined. It's very important.
Like what sometimes happens to smaller businesses in particular is they may have a shop premises, and again they may have an online store, and they may be selling, we'll say, online on the store, only to discover that the payment has gone through, it's gone into their PayPal account or wherever it may be, to discover that, oh my God, we actually don't have that jumper in stock.
Yes,
it's gone
exactly.
out. So this is also controlling, I suppose, stock control as well as account management.
Absolutely, exactly. Now, stock control typically wouldn't be a problem for clients of ours like the Body Shop or like McCabe's Pharmacy, for example, because they would have bulk stock. They have a lot of stock in a warehouse.
Yeah.
But for smaller SME retailers, they obviously don't order in a lot of stock at one time because it can be very expensive.
Yes.
So, stock control is very important. So they need to know exactly what stock is in store and what's selling online. And it can be an unnecessary cost for them not to have their e-commerce and their stores integrated. It has to be streamlined.
A question for you, Kevin, and I'm not trying to poke holes in it, because I think the whole idea so far is amazing, because I remember 10 years ago when I remember setting up a website for a company, and they wanted to sell stuff at the time, and it was a nightmare even trying to get a credit card system in place online, because the banks were charging an arm and a leg and things like that. And eventually PayPal did become an Irish-based company. Up until that, you could only do it if you had a bank account in America. And I remember at the time it was a nightmare. Now, things have moved on since, and there are lots of different companies providing online payment structures and stuff like that. But so far, this is probably one of the best I've heard of or come across, because not only are you providing the payment structure, you're providing a stock control as well. You're not selling products that you don't have, and you're not returning money. You're also providing a kind of an update for somebody in an office to sit down and see what's going, what's not going, and they can do it instantly. You're doing the accountancy software package as well. I should become a salesman for you, Sean, or Kevin. But they're doing all of this. Is there a large charge on customers? Is it per item, or is it an account that you set it up and it walks away, and when they have a problem they give you a ring, or is it on a per item basis that you charge?
Well, now, just to explain, so we would develop the website, which would be, obviously, it depends on what kind of website people are looking for, clients are looking for. Yeah. But if it's a small business, obviously, we don't need to create an extensive e-commerce website. So the cost can be minimal, and the integration also. But just to touch on a question you asked there in regards to the payment gateways, what you refer, PayPal, for example, is a payment gateway. So we actually just partner with reputable payment gateways that are existing in the market already. PayPal will be one, Relax Payments will be another, and you may have heard of SagePay also. So what we do is we simply connect these payment gateways to the client's e-commerce system, because it's so important that you have a reputable payment gateway on your system, because when people are purchasing online, they have to be secure in the knowledge that their credit card details are safe, obviously.
Yes.
So when they see the PayPal symbol, the Relax symbol, or SagePay, they know they're giving their credit card details to a reputable company, and their cards are safe, you know.
Yeah.
So what we do is we partner with reputable payment gateways. So we connect them with our clients. So we don't create our own payment gateway. We just simply find the best in the market and advise our clients on what payment gateway to go for.
Right. Because a lot of people would have a PayPal account, and the beauty about I'm just using it as an example because it's the most, I suppose, widely known. I remember when PayPal was a standalone structure, and then eBay bought them out, and they became part of it. And eBay, everybody knows eBay. So I mean, when you have an eBay account, you nearly automatically have your PayPal account included in that. Yeah. And the beauty about that is you can go online once, set up your PayPal account, and you don't have to worry about transferring your credit card details at any other time because it's done through PayPal.
Exactly. And it's all about being fluid. So you can imagine if somebody comes onto your e-commerce store, they don't need obstacles to go through in order to make a purchase.
Yeah.
You want to make it so easy for them to literally log onto your website, find the product they're looking for, and click the payment button. And they'll have no problem. People in general obviously are more comfortable dealing with brand names in regards to payment gateways rather than just an unknown system. It'd be a barrier to the sell. But no, you're exactly right. It's all about fluid. And we also say in CueCommerce as well that you should be able to get to any page from any page on the e-commerce website. So it's no good for people to click 4 times to find a product that they're looking for. For every e-commerce website we build, the navigation must be so simple that they can find the product within 1 click. It's so important.
That's because the old adage was 3 clicks or less, but no, you have it down to 1.
Exactly, and that reflects in everything these days. People are getting more and more impatient.
Yeah.
For example, if you look at people who search on Google now, the people who actually go on page 2 of Google is absolutely minimal. I think it's less than 0.1%. You know, so if you take that into account for online shopping trends, you literally have to present people with an easy navigation where they can find the products that they want quickly. Well,
the simple truth of the matter is if they don't find it in your store, they'll find it somewhere else on the front page of Google.
And that's exactly it. So that's critical that we have that understanding when we're building any e-commerce website, that is critical.
Kevin, I mean, so far, like the whole thing, like I mean, it sounds quite good. I mean, we'll say if there are clients, now I know you're dealing with larger clients, we'll say like the body shop and stuff like that. But for the small business user, if they have their own website that they've had up for the last 10 years and they love it and they're comfortable with it and they like the look of it,
sure,
can they use that, or do they have to get a new website built?
No, absolutely. We deal with national brands, multinationals, but we also deal with SMEs just like ourselves. So, for example, for the retailer, for example, and that has an e-commerce website, there is many options for them. I mean, if their platform is solid, we can literally create plugins that connect to their existing website that will make their website e-commerce friendly. But if they like the look and feel of their existing website, we can literally keep that look and feel and put a new e-commerce system behind the website. So there's many options that can be very cost effective for retailers as well. And the whole key of what the service CueCommerce provides is return on investments. If you're investing in an e-commerce store, you have to see that return on investment.
You do,
and that's for every service we provide. We're very conscious of that.
And a kind of a final question on the technicalities here again, and I'm sure that you'll be able to cover it quite adequately anyway, is we'll say you have different products that you can sell online. We're talking about digital products, or you're talking about the real life product like a jumper on a shelf, or you're talking about, for argument's sake, a downloadable video clip or an MP3. Sure. Will your CueCommerce sell both of those?
Absolutely. From any product that you sell, from service, absolutely. So we anything from any product you can think of, we can sell online. But we do a consultation phase first of all. So we sit down with the client, and I mean, it's our job really to sit down with new customers and clients and say, what is your product? What are you selling online? Because we won't simply just take the product and build a website. We'll ask the client and the customer questions as well. So before we even build a website, we sit down with the client and we say, what is your product? Who is your target market? And we get a strategy that we carry out.
Kevin, I'm delighted to hear, that it's an Irish company have come up with this and that it's available in Ireland, because for far too long we've been relying on, I suppose, companies abroad to provide us with plugins, widgets and all that go with it to try and sell something online.
Sure.
If somebody listening in wanted to know more about it or get in touch with you, how would they do that?
So, absolutely. Our website is www.CueCommerce, so it's CUECommerce.com, or if you Google CueCommerce, you'll find us. And we're actually launching CueCommerce officially in the National Business Expo on the 9th of March at 10:45. But we'll also be doing talks and workshops throughout the country, including Cork as well, to launch the product.
Excellent stuff. So for any of our listeners in there who need more information, they can go to those websites. And for any of the listeners who come across it online, they can rest assured that it's an Irish company and they're in very safe hands.
Absolutely.
Kevin, I think we've covered everything, have we?
Absolutely, Shane. No, thanks a million for having us on.
No problem at all. It's been a pure pleasure.